Let's try a different set of profiles now. In fact, I'm going to look at these. So the same tool, same settings. Now this time I can use the data drag to select multiple profiles. So I'm starting here and dragging across. And the line that's generated selects each of those profiles. I let go and I see that the arrows are all pointing in the same direction. I can data point and data point. And we see the resulting surface with its ISO lines, which were set in the 3D and B-spline settings box, which we did in previous videos. So you can change that display if you wish by using that tool. Let's have a look at this in shaded. Quite nice. Let's get back out of that. I'm going to undo. And I'm going to turn on Rebuild Profile Curves. And as the information says, it rebuilds the profile to a B-spline by the selected tolerance. Well, here's my tolerance. I'm working in inches for both master and subunits. So just inches and decimals of an inch. So 0.12 is essentially 1/8 of an inch. Let's try the same thing again. I'm going to drag my line, select, and we get a different shape. So you can see the complexity of this. In this case, just turning this on has a major effect on how the surface is generated. Well, let's move on with the next set of sections here. Now, these are exactly the same as the previous ones here. And I want to do some work on this. So I'm going to go to Tools, Toolboxes, and Create Curves. Say OK. Now this toolbox is an addition to the curves and B-spline type curves, and B-spline type lines for that matter. So the tool I need is this one, which is B-spline by points. I'm going to use Catmull ROM, which gives me a nice, fairly flattish curve. And I'm going to use the pick line string, which are these, to select the profiles. So I simply select the profile and data point. Just keep data pointing on my profiles. And there I've changed the shape of the profile. Now the profile still goes through the points, but you have a smoother curve. Let's try the Loft tool again now. Make the same selection set. Data point. Accept, and look at the resulting surface. Similar to the previous one over here, but not quite the same. This one is more horizontal compared to this one, which has a slight tilt to it. There are many different options that you can make, many different surfaces that you can generate simply by changing an option or tweaking the actual shape of the sections. This is why it's such a complex set of tools to work with and requires lots of experimentation. Now I'm going to undo this, make the selection set again, but this time I'm going to change one of the arrows. So that now is going the opposite direction to the rest of them. Let's see what happens. Data point, data point. We get a very convoluted surface because one of the sections is out of sync with the others in terms of direction. So if your surface does this, then double check the arrow direction.